I think that, there's going to be ebbs and flows during the season, so it's going to be ups and downs, and sometimes the coaching staff's going to change things up. I mean, at the end of the day, I know Marky's going to echo the same thing. We just want to do what's best for the team. So as of right now, as far as I know, myself and Nate were playing together. So we did today in practice, and as well as we ended the game last game. So listen, Nate's a great skater. He's a great player. He's been playing a lot of good hockey this year. So I'm just trying to support him out there.
Does your game change when you're playing with Beaulieu or Markov? In which way?
No. I'm just trying to support my partner, be there for him, support the puck, and try to make the game easy for him.
P.K., how tough it was for a veteran like Andre to sit on the bench for a few shifts yesterday?
Yeah,
to see him, in this situation.
Well, I mean, I've been benched before, and I'm sure it'll happen again. So everybody gets benched at some point in time. You just got to take it and move forward. It's a part of being a pro. This is professional sports. It's not minor hockey. You're going to get benched sometimes, make mistakes. It's just how you come back. He's a leader on this team, and we know Marky's going to be a pro. So, but any of us, I mean, I didn't have my greatest start yesterday either, So.
Do you expect to see him step up tomorrow?
Listen to me. We're not going to talk about Andre Markov here. It's our team. So yesterday's not about one player. It's about us as a group. We weren't good enough, and we haven't been good enough consistently over the past couple games. We've been playing good hockey, but not consistent enough to win games. So tomorrow we got a very, very good hockey club coming into our building. We have to be prepared to play a full 60 the way that we need to. I can speak for the feeling in the dressing room, and the reality is we're still a first-place team. We're a team that has played very, very well this season. Just of late, we haven't been consistent, and the reality is that we need to get back to playing the right way consistently for 60 minutes. And if we do that, we give ourselves a chance to win the hockey game. And I don't think we didn't give ourselves enough of a chance last night. I mean, to get down 3-0 against a team like that, it's going to be tough to come back on. I thought we stuck to the plan. We kept working, grinding it out. Didn't happen for us, but we got to be better than that.
What did you think of the hit last night?
Which hit?
The one on you in the first period from Goodman.
What did you think of it?
I'm asking.
Should have been a penalty. Numbers.
Should have been a penalty. Well, you know what? I gotta be honest with you. The refs on the ice, they've been good all season. So there's times during the year where you want to call and it doesn't happen. I mean, we're being taught not to sell calls and not to embellish. I don't think there was any embellishment there, but at the end of the day, that's not the changing point of the game. Some things happen. Sometimes it gets called, sometimes it doesn't. Would I have liked to see a penalty there? Sure. But what's that?
How dazed were you?
Dazed? I wasn't really dazed. It was just like I felt I was in a vulnerable position. That's my only thing, I'm a guy who likes to play physical as well, and when players are in vulnerable positions, and I felt I was there, but...
Your name being pronounced in French language broadcast?
I heard about this. It sounds kind of sexy, actually. I kind of like it. So I'd say c'est très bien, but my name is P.K, but if they want to call me P.K or P.K, I've heard P.K before. It's
Might you
okay.
start calling yourself then when Andre Dawson was here? We put an accent aigu on his E when he was.
Well, since we're changing like the pronunciation of my names and stuff, just start calling me Denzel. Why not? Can we throw that one in there too?
Just like that.
Denzel.
If
Denzel.
a partnership with Nate to become
Yeah.
more of a regular thing. In some ways, do you see yourself as sort of being like the Hal Gill to Nate, like Hal was to you?
You know what, Hal, I don't think I can ever be like Hal Gill. I mean, I'm certainly not there yet in terms of what he was to me because of his experience in the league. I've only, this is my sixth season now, and, with Hal, he had a couple more. But definitely, I think being in a role where you have to, step up. I think playing with Marky, obviously Marky was the more experienced player, between the both of us, and I could always look to him for advice, but now it's a little different with Nate. But I think he's done well. I mean, I don't think it changes my role or my approach to how I play the game. I still have to continue to play the way that I need to, and he has to do his part. But I think when it all comes down to it is, setting the tone and making sure that I'm doing my job is surely going to help him. And if he continues to play the way that he's playing, then it should make my job very easy.
Why is it flow in your respective games? I think both very strong skaters and puck handlers like to move the puck and like to wheel with the opportunities.
Yeah, I think the game is so much about speed and skill now and skating. And I think when you have room to skate, I think, you want to skate with the puck. You want to take the ice that they give you. But the game is a lot easier when you move the puck quick. So, we want to continue to get the puck up to our forwards, but there's going to be times where the ice opens up and we want him skating with it. And I'm sure that the coaching staff want me jumping up there as well. So, listen, this is something that we've done a little bit before in the past, but not long enough to where it'd be a story. I'm sure it's going to be a story now, but at the end of the day, things could change again. So, for myself and Nate right now, we need to just do our job and do our part and be professionals.
You talked about the story, with this language thing with your P.K. or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, you're taking French. So how has it changed in the room since you got here as far as more guys seem to be wanting to learn how to speak French and be involved in the community in that way? Can you speak just a bit about
Well,
that?
it's just tough to be in a city for a long period of time and not know how to speak any of the language, So, it's a difficult language to learn, but at the same token, it's more about the effort and putting the time in and trying to at least communicate. I mean, when I go to a restaurant, if the waiter or waitress addresses me in French, I want to at least be able to answer. If halfway through the conversation I have to switch to English, that's okay. But it's always nice to be able to make that gesture, and I think people appreciate it. I know I would if I was born in Quebec and only spoke French. I'd appreciate it seeing someone at least try. So.
Why can't this team score right now? Is there one thing in particular you can put your finger on? Or?
Yeah, well, I think we have to continue to shoot the puck and get the puck to the net. We're doing a lot of things well. I mean, yesterday the goaltender made some great saves. The goaltending against us the past few games has been really, really good. So we've had opportunities to score, it just hasn't gone in. So I don't think there's anything specific that we need to do. I think maybe getting to the net more frequently, but I mean, I thought we did a pretty good job of doing that the past few games. We just have to be there all the time, and it's a tough thing to do in this league. Defensemen are very sharp, and guys are good at boxing out. It's tough.
How much is that a case of missing Gallagher?
Well, yeah, we miss his presence, but it's just like anything. When you take anybody out of your lineup, every player brings something to the team, right? So when someone gets pulled out of the lineup, you're missing that part of it, and then you expect someone to step up and take it. With Gally, that was a big part of his game. Below the dots and in front of the net, that's a huge part of his game. So, it obviously, you can see that visibly that when he's not out there, because there's nobody bumping into the goalie and getting their head taken off and getting slashed and hacked. But that's the price that you got to pay. And I think, for us to get back to scoring consistently, we're going to need that.
PK, how much easier does Andre make the game when he's at his best?
Oh yeah, he's done that for a few guys in the league, and he's so smart. He's very, very patient, very cerebral in terms of how he sees the game, and now that he's playing with Gibby, I'm sure Gibby's going to get a good dose of that.
One last question about Nate's PK. In some ways, do you empathize with, I guess, the growth that he's going through? Because for yourself, being a very highly skilled defenseman, that you can accomplish a lot of things that many defensemen don't. But he seems to have the potential to do so. So what he's going through in growth, very similar to what you went through.
I think his ceiling's a lot higher. I think Nate's got. I think he's so much underrated in terms of what he brings to our team. He's a very important player to our team, and to see his growth over the few years, I think the sky's the limit for him. I think as individually being one of the top defensemen in the league is something that's definitely in his path. If he wants it, and. To continue to work hard and just, I see his development and his maturity. He's getting there. He still has some room to grow, but I think all in all, in terms of potential, I think he can definitely be one of the top defensemen in the league.
Nathan said last night that one of the things he likes with this organization that they're honest. Like if you play hard, if you play well, you're playing. He said nobody's ever lied to him. It's just the way you've been brought along by Michel Therrien over the years. It's a similar experience.
Well, listen, if you can help a team win, then you're going to get your opportunity. So. For players, this is the National Hockey League, and you have to win. So if you can help teams win, if you're playing your game and you're going to help your team win, you're going to get every opportunity in the world. Because at the end of the day, the players have to win, the coaches have to win, the organization has to win. So nobody's going to lie to Nate as long as he can continue to help us to win. And he's done that. He's played really well for us.